All right, it's showtime. What is going on, Draw It To crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial series for you guys, and with The Incredibles 2 movie coming out soon, I thought I would show you how to draw the Parr family as shown in the first and second Incredibles movie. And in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to draw Bob Parr, or Mr. Incredible. A quick note before we begin, you guys, if you like what I do on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell as well, so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a brand new tutorial video. Here on this channel, I help you develop your drawing skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from TV shows, movies, video games, books, comic books, etc. If you guys go back enough on my channel, you'll know that my first tutorial video is actually from an animated movie, that one being Kung Fu Panda. So today I'm sort of going back to my roots and showing you how to draw another animated movie character in Mr. Incredible. Now I'm sure you guys are ready to get started. Here are the tools that you are going to need for this tutorial. You are going to need a pencil, an eraser, any type of white paper, and black ink pens with different size nibs for inking. Again, you guys, keep in mind 3 things as you're watching this tutorial video. Number 1, if you feel at all like this video is going way too fast, you have the ability to pause it or slow it down using the speed button at the bottom right to go at your own pace. Number 2, feel free to add more details to the drawings if you guys want to. I drew them pretty simple, but if you guys want to add some more texture to the hair or anything like that, you can do that as well. It's your drawing, so feel free to do whatever you want with them. And of course, number 3, if your drawings look a little different than mine, that is completely fine. As long as you guys did your best and you're proud of your work, that's all that counts. Having said all of that, you guys, let's get right to the drawing tutorial. Alright guys, so to get started with our Mr. Incredible tutorial, I've got my paper in portrait mode. We're going to be drawing him full body because his costume's a little bit simpler. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to draw a circle kind of in the upper center of my page here, and I'm going to draw not too big. When you're doing full body, you don't want that head too big, right? So here is a circle right there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that is diagonal, like it's not quite up and down, but it's tilted like this. Okay, all right, so now what you want to do is you want to create this pear shape, and you want him to have like this massive chin. So it kind of looks like, if you imagine another circle over here, it would look like this. Kind of has a guitar shape with a bigger circle at the bottom. It overlaps the top, and that's what it looks like. And that's what Mr. Incredible's head pretty much looks like. So try to get that shape right, and you want to get that angle right as well. For these comic, or for these cartoons, there's like the proportions are pretty off, right? Because they're not real life action models of like real people, so their proportions are a little bit different. Okay, right here, I'm just going to figure out where his chest goes, and it kind of goes this way. Okay, and also measure from here to here, same distance from here to here, right there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to curve the bottom, and that's his chest. All right, right around here at the top of his head is going to be the back. I'm going to curve this way, and from here, just barely like crossing the top of the head. So from here it goes down this way, and then here it goes up this way. This one's more straight, this one's curvy, so this one goes a little bit more straight this way. Okay, so we've got that shape right there, and don't worry about it looking a little bit weird. We'll figure that out soon enough. Okay, right here is going to be the torso, just below the chest. So just going to round it out like this. And you notice that it kind of gets narrow and then it gets wider as you go this way. And don't worry about where it goes. That's going to be completely covered by a hand later on, so we're not worried about that. Okay, now let's go over here. This right here, if you put these two together, should come together and make this point, which is like the top of the shoulder. Okay, so imagine this is like the shoulder muscle, and this is the, like this is the deltoid, this is the top of the shoulder, and this is the chest. All right, and on this side, imagine a curve going like this, and then complete that and make a circle like this. So that's the shoulder on that side. Okay, before we continue, what I'm actually going to do first is to come up with, figure out where I'm going to put the fist first, because I want the fist in a very specific spot. So once I have this circle right here, what I want to do is I want to, just below it right here, I'm going to create a square. Actually, it's more like a little circle, to be honest. Circle this big. Okay, and you want this circle to be roughly the same size as this first circle here, and smaller than this shoulder circle. So I'm gonna make that a little bit smaller. There. Okay, now you want to, from here you want to draw the forearm. It goes this way, and then here, more straight, goes like this. So remember, forearm wide, closer to the elbow, and it gets narrower as you get to the wrist. There you go. And you should have this little gap right here, and this gap is where we're going to put his massive bicep. And so the bicep goes like this, and imagine it going all the way to the other side like this. So there you go. That is his bicep. So like I said, you didn't have to worry about where this line was going to go because it was going to be covered anyway. Okay, draw a tiny little line like this, and then find this right here, this line, and I'm going to draw a center line, and I'm going to start right here, a little bit off this center line for the face. The center line of the chest is a little bit different. It's going to go this way. So that's what it looks like right there, okay? And it goes kind of down like that as well. This is going to be the underwear line, so I'm going to draw a line right here in the crotch first, curve it up to the hand, and then on this side, like this. So it looks like underwear. Okay, now the leg. The leg is significantly smaller in comparison to the rest, to the upper body. And you want this leg to almost be just the same size as his head. So this is almost like a straight line, slightly curved at the bottom. Okay, here's the knee, and then here's a sharp, almost a 45-degree angle. Or, you know, it's angular. It's more angled over here than it is over here. Okay, let's continue. From here down, you don't want to go any lower than this. You kind of just want to go halfway. So here's a little bit halfway for the foot. What you want to do is you want to just curve it as you get there, and then imagine where the underwear line would be. If we're on this side, it would be like right here, right? So imagine the underwear looking like that. So just follow this up like that. So there's the other thigh. Okay, now this is fairly easy. Right here is going to be the upper shin, and here is also the upper shin right here, just barely peeking out. Okay, now over here, this curves a little bit more. You want this leg to kind of follow this curve like this. Okay, so I'm going to draw that line so that we can use it as a guide to put where we put our feet. So right here, we're going to curve this way, and it gets gradually narrower. And here, like that, close that off. That's the shin, right? So this is the lower leg. And then the foot, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's the foot. It's really tiny compared to the head. Okay, and then over here, just a little bit of the boot. You'll see, it looks like that. And then just a little bit of the foot peeking out like this, pointy toes, like that. That's what it looks like zoomed in. All right, we're almost finished with the construction lines. Let's go over here and let's figure out where we're going to put the 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 fist first, and I want it kind of right by the armpit here. Actually, erase that right here. So imagine this kind of goes like that, and I want it right around here with a bit of a gap this way. This one is more square on this side and then rounded on this side like a letter D. From there, like that. And this one goes a little bit curved up like this. And then of course the bicep, we're going to start right here and then all the way to the other side like this, like a circle. All right, and then now we just bring this out like that. Okay. And I'm going to bring this a little bit closer, just make that forearm a little bit bigger. And once you have that, you guys, that is the construction lines for Mr. Incredible. So now let's go ahead and zoom in, start working on the details. We're going to start with the face first, and we'll go from there. So now let's zoom in on Mr. Incredible's face. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to erase all of these lines, except for that center line that goes up and down. I'm going to slightly erase it, but I want to make sure that I still have an idea of where it is. I'm going to change my pencil here. There you go. Now his chin is going to be huge, so a lot of his face is going to be right here in the center. Okay, he's also got a big forehead, and I'm going to leave some space at the top because he's got some hair, some very thin hair that's going to cover the top part as well. Actually, let's do that top part first. Let's kind of just draw some faint lines. That's the hair, receding hairline, and then 2 lines this way, and then going across. So that is pretty much the space that the hair is going to occupy. Okay. From there, let's kind of figure out where the top of the mask is going to go. It's going to go right there, and the bottom of the mask is going to go right here. I'm going to draw a line going here, 2 up, and then just like this, like that for now. Well, because what I want to do is I actually want to draw the nose. Okay, so once we have that, that's kind of where the mask is going to go. Now let's kind of shape out where the nose is going to go. And I'm going to start off right here with 2 lines that start at the top as brows, and then they go through the mask, and then they go down, and it gets narrower as you go down. Okay, and then right here, about this much space from the mask, right there, is a point. Okay, there you go. I'm trying to do this as lightly as I can so that it'll be easier for me to erase, but at the same time I'm trying to make it dark enough so that you guys can see. Okay, here's the key part. You need to make the nose angled this way. Okay, so it looks like a V. And then, like that. So that you got the gist of Mr. Incredible's pointy nose. So you notice that the mask is over both of those things. Okay. Underneath that, actually, before we continue, I'm going to draw that smile wrinkle from the nose here, and here. And I'm going to bring a line from here, just very close to the nose here, right? And over on this side. You notice that over here, my line is kind of just straight, and over on this side, it's a little bit more curved because he's got a bit of a smirk on this side of the face. Okay. Down. This one, not so much down. This one's just like this. And now you just want to bring that line over. Like that. Okay. Awesome. Now let's start shaping. Actually, let's not shape anything. Let's figure out where the eyes are going to go. And here, the eyes are going to be a little bit further apart. So here and here, instead of it being close together. find those 2 points. I'm going to start right here. Angled line, and then this one goes across. This one's more curvy and it goes across like that. And then down like this. Okay, this one's going to be slightly different. By the way, I did not draw an eye line, but feel free to draw an eye line if it helps you out, and it goes just across like this. Okay, same width across, but you want this one to have a bigger opening, like this eye right here. He's kind of got the people's eyebrow, you know what I mean, from The Rock. So let's get that eye nicely done. Okay, circle right here, and another circle inside. It's good to have like a fine tip pencil for when you draw the pupils. And then same thing over here. You want to make sure as you do this that you're not making the eyes cross-eyed or anything. And sometimes it's hard for me to do that as well, especially in one try. You know, when you have the camera rolling and everything, you're kind of pressured to do everything. You're pressured to try to get it right the first try. Otherwise, like what I'm doing right now, I have to erase it and then fix it again. I'm going to fix it up a little bit, and hopefully it'll turn out a little bit better. Not slightly better, but I'll fix it up during the inking stage, so I'm not too worried about that, guys. Okay, I'm going to slightly erase the nose, because what we're going to do is right here between this line and this line, I'm going to draw that a little bit straight. Okay, it goes down slightly. Now what you want to do is you want to go across the top of the eye, and then here curves, and then comes to a point right here, and then goes that way. Okay, and I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to fix this up, but I'll fix it up later. Okay, right here, let's do the side first, and the side goes up this way, so this goes higher than here. Kind of like Deadpool's mask is very emotive, like it shows a lot of his eye expressions. That's what it is with the Incredibles. And this one goes down this way. There you go, and then you can shade that in because this is all going to be black. There. Okay, right here, some forehead wrinkles. One right here, kind of contouring the mask, and then 1, 2, 3 right there. Just shows his age. Okay, from here, I'm going to draw the ears going out this way and then down. So the ears are this odd shape. Then from here it goes up and then down the side like that. Okay, very good. So we've got that. I'm going to draw one line over here. And now let's kind of figure out where his hair goes, and let's make sure that his jaw is pretty big, like the character's jaw is supposed to be. Okay, so there you go. Now, the hair. Thinning hair. He's got these, like, these are called widow's peaks, where the hair kind of reaches at the very top. He's got a wisp that flows down over here. But for the most part, everything else flows back. Okay, and right here as well. And as you do that, you guys, this right here, you want to make sure that's round. That's the hairline. And at the top here, you can give it a little bit of a zigzag. Not curls. You don't want it to look like curls, but you don't want it to be straight either. So just waves. Like when you're crime fighting and stuff, there's a lot of, you know, your hair's not always going to be perfect, right? Okay, And on the side, I made it go in front of the ears, here and here. And then you just bring those lines to give it a contour. And then over here, you want it to look like his hair is thinning, so there's no definite line. Okay, so that's that. So that is Bob's face. Let's draw a little bit of a black, and this is like the neck right here, like the collar. So imagine this goes around this way, and that's just the collar that goes around his neck. There. Okay, colored it black because it's black. Okay, now let's zoom out. His costume isn't really detailed or anything like that, so that's one thing we don't have to worry about. But the one iconic thing that is in a costume, of course, is the eye logo for the Incredibles. I'm going to start right here. You want to create an oval that's evenly sized throughout. Okay, so you want the same thing on this side as on this side. Also bearing in mind that it is slightly angled, so you'll see a little bit more of this than you do over here. Okay, so you've got that, you've got the center line going down the center of it. First, start with the letter I, with a rectangle going like this, and then a circle at the top like this. Okay, that circle is more of an oval because of the angle. I'm going to draw another circle inside. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to start here and then go to the bottom of the eye. So follow it along, it goes like this. Erasing that center line. Okay, on the opposite side, I'm going to start a little bit higher up over here, and then I'm going to bring it to the top of the eye. There. And when you do that, you guys, you'll see that the effect here is here at the bottom, it's wide and it gets narrower as you go to the top. There you go. So that's the Incredibles logo. That's good to go. Now let's zoom out. Actually, before we zoom out, how about we figure out where the belt is going to go? So here's the the chest, here's the stomach area, and then just a little line going across over here so that it's two lines going across. Let me fix that up so you can see it better. There you go. Now you got two lines going across. That is the belt for Mr. Incredible. I'm gonna round it off like that. Okay. Let's go with the fist, because everything else is pretty much done. We just have to erase some of the guidelines. Let's go with this fist right here. And what I want to do is I want to draw a line like this. Okay, this is going to be the center line, because that's between the ring finger. That's the ring finger. This is the pinky. And then on this side, you notice that the lines are not parallel. They go together, or they come together this way. And then here. So there's the index, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. Okay, and of course at the top here, let's draw the thumb. And from here it just goes up this way, goes like this, and then down like that. So that's just the thumb right there. There. I'm going to erase that guideline. I'm using two different erasers. I actually prefer this one. This one just makes a mess. Like right here makes a mess. Okay, just some bumps right here for the knuckles. This goes in like that, and then the forearm comes out this way. This goes this way and then in. Okay, here's the wrist. This goes wide. And then the glove ends right there. And then the elbow barely sticks out over here and then goes out like that. Okay. There. So you see a bit of the elbow. Here's the bicep and the armpit area. I'm going to erase the circles where they intersect. I'm actually going to erase this as well. So here's the bicep, and then here is the shoulder. Okay, on this side, here's the bump for the shoulder, and then here's the upper arm, which is the tricep bicep area. Okay, now this goes to the back, like that. There you go. Okay, over here, I'm just going to darken that chest line. You want to make sure that you got that going. And of course that chest line, if you got some gap over here, you want to make sure this chest line goes to the armpit. Okay. And then of course on this side, I'm going to erase right here. Let me zoom out. Just erasing this curve. Let's get our muscle. I'm going to round it off like this. Round it off over here. So it looks like that. This goes straight down the back like that. Okay. The glove ends right here, but it's overlapped by the bicep, and the bicep goes to the armpit like that. Of course, over here, I'm going to erase this. We don't need that. So this just continues this way and then into the glove. Okay, for the hand, let's work on this hand right here. This right here, I'm going to create a little bump this way, down, and then in like that. And that's the thumb. Okay, this goes out this way, and then like that. And this is going to be the thumb just going in like this, and then like this, and then one more down. There you go. So that's the thumb making a fist, and you've got the fist kind of rolled up. You got the finger rolled up into a ball like that. Zooming out, you're done. And what's left, you guys, is the feet. We're pretty much done with the feet. But let me zoom in and just darken those lines. Here's the underwear. Underwear's black, so you can shade that black. Okay, fix that up. Just gonna round these so that the corners aren't too sharp. Like that. Okay, right here we're done. That is black and that is black. Erase that. There you go. And then, of course, the boot is black. And I think that's it, you guys. Let's zoom out, and here is the reveal. There you go. There is Mr. Fantastic. Of course, he is from the movie The Incredibles and The Incredibles 2. And that is all for this tutorial, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and definitely stay tuned because we will try to do all of the members of the Incredibles family on this channel. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. And that is all the time that we have for this Incredibles tutorial. I hope your drawings turned out great. If you guys are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your artwork there for others to enjoy, or post it on Instagram and tag me at draw2 so I can see it. If you guys are curious about the equipment that I use to do my tutorials or to make my videos, I have a link in the description of all my videos. Feel free to check it out if you guys are ever into, what kind of supplies I use for the things that I do. Check that out in the description. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would help me a great deal. If you guys liked this video, commented down below, subscribed, and shared this with your friends in your social media. Of course, you guys, speaking of social media, don't forget also, you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google+, and of course on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of the tutorials found on this channel. And of course, the links to all of that are in the description of this video, so be sure to always read the description. And I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and finally, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I'll see you guys in my next video.